a good time. Put a smile on your face, yeah. KB Cam and Elation Radio. Even brighten your day and help you through the night. Bring you good music. KB Cam and Elation Radio. And here's your host, KB Cam.
Do you have an upcoming event? Well, I encourage you to book Beyond the Fence family for an amazing experience. Beyond the Fence is a talented group of men and women who have toured the world to display their talents of song and ministry. Did I forget to mention multi-award winners? They're your one-stop shop for making your event the best in the city. Book Beyond the Fence today at beyondthefence.org. Click menu, then contact. Beyond the Fence, your audience will thank you.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio. And you better be smiling.
Beyond the Fence is in the building.
Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, this
your main man, David Benton, and welcome to Beyond the Radio. I am in the building, and you know what? I'm smiling. You know what it is. Shout out to the Elation family. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Why? Because you guys are awesome and amazing, and we love to be a part of the family. That's right. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Beyond the Fence Enterprise. Shout out to the family. We love you. Shout out to every artist and every person that helped work to make us who we are. We do not take your love and your heart for granted because we are family. Blessings to you, kings and queens, men and women of God. You know what it is. Look, we got a wonderful show for you guys tonight. So we just going to get it in because it's going what we would call down. That's right. So with that being said, can I get a drum roll? Coach Shay Samuels, are you in the building?
Shay Samuels is in the building, and I'm smiling.
You hear the crowd going wild for the Coach Shay Samuels.
Thank you.
Shout
out to the Elation family. It's been amazing. Just this whole week has been amazing. This whole week, I can't even believe the weekend is over already. I feel like it was just Friday. I feel like we need a take back. We need a look back. In insurance, we call it a look back period. We need a look back. But the week has been fun. The weekend has been fun and excited. It's already August.
I know, right?
The months are going by fast, and we have so many things on the calendar for the month of August for Beyond the Fence. Everybody's going to be busy. Everybody's going to be doing something amazing, and just excited. So it's August 1st already.
August 1st already. And, Shay, we got a wonderful show tonight. Are you ready, though? I mean, are you ready?
Yeah,
we just trying to do what we do, Shay. And we got a wonderful topic for you guys tonight. Ladies, stand up. We're doing this for the ladies tonight. But before we go, that's right. I said it. That's right. We're doing this for the ladies. That's right. So, can I get another drum roll? One more drum? Can I get another drum roll? Drum roll. Okay. G Will, are you in the building?
What's going on, family?
Will.
G Will. Hey, G Weezy.
What's going on, Shay?
Go DJ. Okay.
You know what it is.
Yes, sir. G Will, I just want to ask you one question, my brother.
What's that?
Are you smiling?
I'm always smiling, my brother.
Hey, and you know what?
Ear to ear.
The beautiful part about G Will, he really is always smiling. Like, seriously, man, when you get angry, this is an angry moment. What you smiling for? Look, you know how he one of them people, G Will, I got to snitch on you right quick. I know, they be like, man, don't be snitching. But I'm about to snitch. You know how them people who, like, all right now, you about to get into it with him. He be like, all right now, go on now. Go on.
Yes, sir.
He smiled before he beat you down. He one of those people, like, go on now. All right now, go on, I hurt you. He smiled before
go ahead and give me the heads up first.
Yes, with a smile. Brother, you're blessed. Mm-hmm. You always smiling.
Hey,
you always smiling. Man, so how's the DJ thing coming along, man? And shout out to you for your single, Lord I. Yes, sir.
Hey, appreciate it.
Shout out to you for your single, your video. Doing good. Yes, sir. On brand new.
Yes, sir. It's doing great.
Yeah, man.
It's been going good and staying busy.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So, G. Will, man, are you ready for a wonderful show tonight, brother?
I am ready.
Because we got an awesome guest tonight. I'm going to just be realistic. Our guest is coming. Shout out to you, G. Will, and the Fleet DJ family, those brothers, man. I appreciate you guys for inviting me because I was invited by you guys, and I came. I did my thing. You did your thing. I didn't come, really to be an artist. I just came really to be, as a founder of Beyond the Fence Enterprise, man. I came to be a supporter of you, and while I was diligent. And God saw my heart, man. I was just being a supporter. Shout out to DJ Chris, man. Just for blessing me, and I got a chance to be on the stage as well. So we met this young lady, and you did your thing. You sang your song, brand new, clear blessing. You sang Lord I too, right? Did you sing Lord I?
Sure did.
Yes, did a phenomenal job, and this young lady enjoyed it. It was such a blessing, and it was. I had a great time, man. I had a phenomenal time down there. So, with that being said, hey, G. Will, you a DJ. You can give me a beatbox or something, but can you give me a drum roll, G. Will? I need you to give me a drum roll.
Oh, you want?
Uh-oh, never mind. You was beat. I don't need you. Yeah, we're going down tonight. Lady Shay, are you in the building?
Hey, what do you do? Lady Shay is in the building.
Oh, Lady Shay.
Yeah,
hey, you know
Lady.
We got two Shays. We got two Shays in the building. So, gee, we got to be careful now. They might team up on it.
I know, man.
Dynamic duo tonight. It's a dynamic duo tonight.
Well, Lady Shay, I got to ask you, the first question I have to ask you, Queen, are you smiling?
I am, hallelujah, lit, and I'm smiling. What it do?
Woo-hoo. Hey, see, y'all, y'all know every time we get a home, I get one of my home teams up here, you know what I'm saying? Lady Shay, please, will you tell the kings and queens, men and women of God of the world, will you please tell them where you are from? Because y'all see she got that slang. Huh? Oh, say it again for me.
Memphis better stand up tonight. I'm from the Memphis 10, the one and only. What it do?
That's right. Memphis, Tennessee in the building. That's right. That's my home girl. Tennessee, we up in here. We're taking over the airways tonight. Yes, we are.
Right.
Hey, well, Shay, I know you got some questions. Y'all know I can go all the way to 11. So, Shay, as the queen of the show, out of respect, and plus, you better than this and me anyway when it comes to radio personality. Shay, you just go first, Coach Shay.
Well, it is a pleasure for us to have you on tonight, Lady Shay. Thank you for accepting the offer to be on, and for our family to hear what your family does and also what you do. So I'm going to start off with that question. So outside of where you're from, let the listeners know who you are and what you actually do.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go ahead and give you the whole rundown. I see I'm just going to be completely naked tonight. I mean, when you meet somebody that wears so many hats, and I mean, that's exactly what I do. I'm Lady Shay. I'm a radio personality for Power 99 Gospel. Not only that, I actually run that whole radio organization as a title of president. And not only am I the president of Power 99 Gospel Radio Internet Station, I also own a food truck, Major Wings Food Truck. You know, I operate that. Kudos to my overseer, Bishop Desmond Kip Douglas. I was just ordained last week, so big ups to Big G.O.D. for that accomplishment. I have just recently accepted that calling. Thank you.
Yeah.
And, I do that. I also manage my artists. Shout out to Frederick F. Hallelujah, all the way in Boston. So that's something that I have picked up to, artist management. Man, wear so many hats, but I'm also a mother. I have a fiance. Shout out to my boo thing, MDG man in the musician's pit. You hear me? Man, I'm a sister, cousin. All of that. Shout out to Church Without Walls, y'all. I'm big in the community, so I do a whole lot. That's me. That's Lady Shay, all the way around, man. That's me. That's me.
I love it. I love the fact that you consolidated it to the point where everybody can be like, hey, so let me see a little bit more about what she does. So they'll be going onto your pages and trying to figure it out, put the pieces of the puzzle together. But what you said today, just a few minutes ago, what you said, it really is indicative to what we're going to be talking about tonight. So I'm glad that you laid it on the table. I'm happy to hear that you're just letting your hair down tonight, because I feel that the topic is going to go right into what you were just talking about. So, David, I'm going to hand it back over to you for your question.
Well, I'm going to hand it over to G. Will, because G. Will and her, when we was all in Memphis, like I said, when we went down to Memphis, they were just doing all the talking and chit-chatting. So right now, G. Will, you been a co-host. That's right.
What up, man,
Shout out
Shay?
to G. Will. So G. Will, go ahead and get your chit-chat on now.
Well, I was when I was down in Memphis, or when we were down in Memphis, I was hoping. Well, actually, we did get to sample some of your wings from your food truck, and the wings was popping. So if y'all hadn't had them, y'all better go try them wings, because they were popping. But also, I did want to ask, as far as you being a female, a DJ, along with you being ordained, do you DJ outside of the radio station, or do you just keep it, keep that within the Power 99 boundaries?
Say that first part of your question again. You said, do I keep it within the station, or do I go outside of the station? Was that your question?
Yeah. Do you go outside the station to DJ? Because I know you're a part of Fleet as well. With the Fleet DJ crew.
My God, I live in the streets. Listen, I'd rather be in the streets than be inside of the building. I have my ultimate vision is to take my radio show, which is the Fellowship Hall. And the Fellowship Hall, to me, when God first gave it to me, it was a place where you can come and be yourself and still get what you need from God. See, they put God in this box, and see, these people inside of the buildings, they scared to come out and hit the streets. Man, I'm going to the streets. If it ain't in the streets, then I don't know. Man, I'm getting out the four walls. I'm getting out the four walls, man. Man, Jesus was in the marketplace. I'm in the marketplace. I'm going to the streets.
That's right. Yes. And see,
for real, though.
I love her energy. And that's why I want her to come on this show, because, like, she was a radiant of light when we first met her. Lady Shady, it's definitely a blessing to have you. And you being an entrepreneur, and, you being a woman of God, and being ordained, and you being on radio, and you having your own business, and, and like G. Will said, yes, the wings were popping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
thank you.
You being the pleasure is all mine.
Oh, you're welcome.
So you being an entrepreneur and mentioning that you have a partner. You have a partner that God designed for you to be there with you and for you to help you on your elevation. How important is it to have that counterpart, that male that God designed for you, that man. How important is that in ministry and entrepreneurship?
Oh my God, that is so deep. Like, it's more to it than just having the physical side of things. I mean, to be able to connect with somebody on all levels within your life to keep you balanced. You know, you got to make sure that the trust is there. Some of these pastors, they ain't what they claim to be. You know, some of these deacons and these other ordained elders, that is some pimps in the pulpit. Do you hear me? So, you know, you got to be able to you got to be able to keep God first and have that balance. And communication is big as well. I mean, being able to be vulnerable with your partner through it all, speaking on how you feel about things, agreeing to disagree, and always forgiving and loving and keeping God first is one of the most important things, and making sure that you always on one accord. And then the biggest piece of being wearing the many hats and dipping and dabbing and all the things that God, the doors that God allows to open in your life, man, you got to be able to make time for each other. You got to be able to prioritize and sacrifice the things from greatest to least. And, you know, you got to be able to be understanding, but spending time to be able to constantly still build the memories and share those memorable moments with each other. That's most important. If you can't make the time, then I don't know how far you're gonna get, because some stuff I can't go. Some stuff I can't do. Right. I can't say yes all the time. And he want to go on a date. You know what I'm saying? My date going to come first. My pastor, we got a real mutual understanding. We don't call me after such and such time because I'm booed up, you know?
Right.
You got to set those boundaries, man, for real.
Yes. I love that, Lady Shay, because it's important. You said a mouthful, and you know, honor to God, like for real, like shout out to God for that, because we was clearly blessing another person who we love so much, and we was just telling them, don't put the pastor before your husband. You know, your first ministry is the household. That's your first ministry.
It's the home.
And any pastor that really cares about you is going to acknowledge that. You know, they would never be put themselves before your husband. So I like that you said that. And a lot of times when we minister to people, sometimes we hurt people unconsciously, and we don't mean no harm, but we love people so much, and sometimes we can hurt people's feelings. But I like that you said that, because it's a lot of women, because to be honest, the church today is dominated by the women. The church building is dominated by women. And, you know, you have the pastors up there playing a role and putting themselves in a position where they should be able really to bring more men in, because the women need the men.
Yes.
And why would the wife be in the church and the man is always at home? I grew up like that. I had to see that myself. My mom was in the church while my stepdad was mainly at home, and eventually, as he got older, he started coming into church, and I thank God for that. But I love that you said that. And before I continue to go, Shay, Coach Shay, I know you because you always empower women, and you are an entrepreneur yourself who build businesses along with myself. I know you have another question, so I'm gonna pass the baton.
Yeah, you know, I admire too, Lady Shay. I really do admire everything that you said too. I think a lot of people need to hear what you just said. Honestly, even the energy, I echo David. The energy is just live. I love it. But a lot of people do need to hear what you said, because we got it so mixed up that we have to be, you know, beyond and inside the four walls just to make ministry happen. So I love the fact that you said, listen, I take my DJing. I want to be out in the gutter. I want to make sure that people outside of the four walls know like how real God is. And your energy is going to help that as well. You're not going in like, judgmental. Like,
right.
Saying, I'm the modern day church. Like, I'm what the modern day church looks like. I'm not going to judge you because you don't go every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not going to judge you because you don't dress like this. I'm not going to judge you because you don't speak like this. You know what? As a matter of fact, this is how I speak, and I want you to know God still loves you. And then you spoke to the women and said, listen, my fiance going to get me first. My pastor know I got rules. And boundaries. What? Yeah, like, you said my pastor knows that I got rules. And so you set a boundary, and that boundary literally is going to trickle down, to a number of women. It's going to trickle down to a number of women because a lot of us aren't taught that. And I say us because even like what David said, growing up in the church, you see exactly what you just said not to do. You see, I have aunts, and I have my grandmother was a pastor, but my grandmother was the pastor, and my grandfather was the deacon. So my grandmother was on the pulpit, and my grandfather was playing the bass in front of the pulpit. So I didn't see the husband being the pastor. My grandmother was the pastor. But so I was used to that. But then as I grew out of that church and started going to other churches, women weren't allowed anywhere in ministry. They weren't allowed anywhere. So when I started to come back into church and I started seeing how many women were at church until 10 p.m. and all the like the church would get the food before the church would seriously get the food before the husband got the food or the family got the food. And I'm going to tell you, I know, because I was one of them. I'm going to tell you, I know. I got off of work. It has really, really changed. So let me ask you, how did you determine not only that you needed the boundary? Well, I'm going to ask that first. How did you determine that the boundary was needed between house and church?
Ooh, true story. And, man, shout out to my pastor, man. I've been with him since I was 11 years old, and I'm 35. I've been in ministry with him for the last 15 years, and I watched him lose a wife in the name of Jesus. His testimony is that his first wife, who he was married to for 17 years, his testimony is that he put the church first. It was nights where she wanted to be booed up, but he was on the phone praying for people like me or people that still connected to him. It was times that she wanted to go out of town or go on a vacation, but, he was jumping out of vans, in the street ministering to people, bringing them in to Bible study, growing the church that he was at before he planted his own ministry, and seeing him go through a divorce like that broke him down so he couldn't be broke anymore. When he came out of that darkness, it was something that he taught us at the age of, in our 20s and 21s, like, don't you ever put the ministry before the house. Now, not saying that God don't come first. You got to make the plain, because people will take your stuff out of context, But yeah, he taught that early on. Now, his wife that he's married to now, shout out to my first lady, and let me say only lady, because he say only lady because ain't nobody coming second. So we don't call her first lady, we call her only lady. Okay. So shout out to her. And baby, when I say you better not call him if he on a date with his wife, he not gonna answer, or he gonna call you back when he got time. See, he taught us that early on, and I have that embedded in me. And so now, I use it, and that's my motto. And not only does he preach that, but he lives it now. And he took one for the team. He took one for the team. I won't end up in the board because I went somewhere to preach, and Jermaine wanted to go on vacation. I'm booked that day already, sir. You gonna find you somebody else, or you gonna book me on the day that I'm available. And that's how I roll.
That's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, I like that he's leading by example.
And God ain't mad. And God ain't going to be mad at me because I said that I can't make it. He ain't going to withhold no blessings, and God ain't going to be upset with me.
That's right. That's right. See, that's what we about on this show. we keep it what we would call real.
Yes.
We keep it real up here.
Real.
This is reality. See, because it's about becoming a better version of yourself. God wants a healthy household. He don't want.
Yes.
See, we can take religion and unconsciously we be in a gang. The same thing I see how some of the churches ran is like I was when I was a vice lord. You got the big homie, which is the pastor, calling all the shots. It's getting to a point where you might well start throwing up signs in the church. Everything's more of a ritual. It shouldn't be designed. It's not designed that way. It's designed for us to walk and live healthy lifestyles. We supposed to. That's why I always say smile. Because when you come in them churches, you see more long faces than you do smiling faces. And especially if you believe you're in the house of the Lord. This is your time to pour out joy. So you're supposed to be joyous in your home. You're supposed to. Yeah, and it ain't no need. We give so much credit to the devil and all that. So we're thankful that you're saying what you're saying. Look, it's halftime. We about to go to 2 songs. We're going to come back with our sponsors. And guess what? We're going to continue because we're going to, like I said, this is for the women tonight, and we're going to bless you. So with that being said, where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music at?
Where the music at? Yeah, hit that place on DJ.
Where the music at? Where the music at?
Gotta say a prayer for my friend. Called me up the other morning 4 a.m. Said he's going through some things in his life, having it hard and hadn't slept in several nights. And he's calling me to help him on his way. If I didn't mind, could I stay on the phone and pray? So I walk into the living room, and Lord, this is what I said to you, because you're the only way. Down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings down. Lord, I praise this up to you and only you can bring the favor down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings down, Lord, yeah. So I got to work so tired, could barely hold my eyes. Then my boss, he called me in the office by surprise. To myself, oh Lord, I put this in your hands. And with fear, I went to him, said, here I am. He said, close the door, I know that you're a praying man. My heart is heavy and I'm in need of counseling. I think I'm about to lose the love of my life. The doctor says she's ill, but I can't lose my wife. Favor down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings down. Lord, I praise this up to you and only you can bring favor down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings down, Lord, yeah. Right in my car, don't want my wife to see me cry. Tears feel like they do when I drive by. But I got so much of a burden on my soul. Trying to be a light even when these folks will treat me cold. My mind is troubled and I feel I'm getting weak. Now that I'm down, I need someone to pray for me. Lord, I'm calling, there's no water, put my bag again. I need the strength so I can rise and take a stand again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Favor down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings down. Lord, I praise this up to you and only you can bring the favor down and bring peace with it. So I place my trust in you. So pour your blessings down, pour your blessings
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the Fences in the building.
Yeah. Yep. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to Beyond the Radio with the main man, David Benton, your host and your co-host, Shay Samuels. We have another host on with us tonight. Tonight we got my boy G Weezy. Yes, he's in the building, and you know what it is. Let's go ahead and get these sponsors out the way. We want to first say shout out to Paula G, Lady Wisdom After Midnight. You guys heard her at the start of this broadcast. If you are looking for a voiceover, if you are a music program director, or if you are a director of a radio show, if you are a business and you want someone to give you a quality voiceover, we want you guys to look up Paula G Voice, Lady Wisdom After Midnight. Let her know that Beyond the Fence sent you. You can look her up at paulagvoice.com or paulagvoice.com, and make sure that you let her know that we sent you. Last but not least, David, can I get a drum roll? Hey. Let's Talk Business Consulting Strategy and Coaching Group, LLC. That's right, Beyond the Fence expanded in 2020, and we just keep growing, and we keep growing, and we keep growing. Let's Talk Business. If you have a business, a new business, and you're looking for someone to help you consult with your vision, bring it to life, if you're looking to strategize new ideas, if you need somebody to just keep you accountable, me and Coach David, we got your back. So let's talk business. You can contact us at aboutbuildingleaders@gmail.com. Again, that's aboutbuildingleaders@gmail.com. We cannot forget about DJ G Weezy, DJ G Will, Fleet DJ, Beyond the Fence artist. If you are looking for a DJ, we want you guys to make sure you look him up. Not only did the pandemic stretch and open up more doors, but listen, if you are not ready, especially with this Delta variant around, you guys aren't ready for people to come together, you want to do something via something virtual, look G Will up at beyondthefence.org. That's BEYONDAFENCE.org. Yeah, you like the way I did that. Back to you, David.
Thank you, Coach Shay. Yeah, and shout out to the Beyond the Fence Enterprise family. We love you, thank you. And y'all be waiting, look, we got Miss Alma Neely. Her single will be coming out. We're going to play that single next week. So y'all come back with us and join again next week, because we're going to play Miss Alma Neely Brown. That's right, because we got a single for you guys. Bling, bling. And we're working on the video right now. That's right. Another artist on Beyond the Fence Enterprise. Shout out to Miss Alma Brown Neely. We love you, Miss Alma. That's right. And if y'all
love you.
Right here on Beyond the Radio. Look, we having a wonderful show for you guys tonight. We got awesome, infamous entrepreneur, woman of God, and DJ, Miss Lady Shay. Miss Lady Shay, are you still in the building?
Oh, yeah, your girl is still in the building.
Miss Lady Shay, tonight we're talking about tonight's we're gonna talk about, like I said, it's about the women, right? So the scripture I want to come out of tonight is 1 Peter 3:7, where it say, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as to being heirs together of grace of life, that your prayers will not hindered. Okay. People get that weaker vessel part. I think they get it misconstrued. So I want to talk about the weaker vessel thing. I want to talk to my men, right? my kings, I want to talk to you guys to understand, especially in the church, because we're so hard on the women. You know, back at one point in time, in back in those biblical days, the women had to sit in the back. You know, it wasn't even. Of course, women couldn't vote. Women had to sit in the back of the church, and that's why it was like, well, tell your wives, you know, don't be sitting up there talking out loud, because they were sitting in the back, and they used to be like, I can't hear them. What do you say? They said, you just went out to church, and you know, you explained everything that was said to you, so, you know, be quiet. So the women had to sit in the back at one point in time. So I think the women is getting a bad stigma, and when we call the woman the weaker vessel, because anytime you have weak, that means strong. So it's like, okay, well, if the woman is a weaker vessel, that means automatically God must be saying that the man is the stronger vessel. But then when we look at today's society, we see more men sleeping in women's houses. We see more women in corporations. We actually see more women entrepreneurs than men. We see more women being the head of a household, and the man have lost his way, but the Bible says she's a weaker vessel. Kings, please understand that Peter is only telling us how to be a better mate unto our woman. So when he's saying that the woman is the weaker vessel, he's not saying that she's just so weak and she's not more valuable to the kingdom. Because remember, we have the prophetess Deborah, who was the overseer and who was the leader of Israel, because Barak didn't want to go. And prophetess Deborah told said, Barak, look now, I'm going to go with you. Because he was like, look, we need you to come. Deborah, we need you to come. He said, well, you know, the Lord sit up there and told me to tell you, you go do it. But now, if you're going to bring the woman with you, know, God going to hand the kingdom over to the woman. He said, man, come with me anyway. He was more confident that the woman came with him. So it sounds like that would be a contradiction after the Bible clearly said a woman is the weaker vessel. But we must have that scripture misconstrued, evidently. So with that being said, the woman is very strong. What that means, this passage means is, kings, that a woman is a nurturer. She's a little bit more fragile than a man. See, a man's pride can get in the way. That testosterone can get in the way. But a woman is a little bit more fragile. She's a little bit more understanding. She's a little bit more generous in her ways than a man is. She's a little bit less stubborn. She may be spoiled, but she's less stubborn than that man. She's a little bit less bullheaded. So she's weaker in that way. That's why the serpent came after the woman. Because he knows she's a little bit more understanding. She's a little bit more forgiving. She's a little bit more nicer. Not that she's not a queen and she won't stand firm. No, she's very strong, very protective over the kingdom. But at the same time, she's a little bit more understanding. She's a little bit more tender. She's a little bit more precious. And that's why in this passage, when you read further, that God is allowing Peter to tell us as men that we have to be more pleasant to our women, be more loving, be more kind to our women. So I think that's what's important. I want to start with you, Lady Shay. When it comes to that passage and the woman being what we call the weaker vessel, tell me, what do you think about that passage? What does that passage mean to you when it says the woman is the weaker vessel?
Oh, wow, that's deep, man. You just said a whole mouthful of stuff. Speaking to the kings to really give them insight and understanding on how to break stuff down, like that Peter was talking about back then. But, to me, when I run across that scripture, first let me say this. See, for the woman, I know I was I was hearing submissive in my mind. I know a lot of people say the woman, be submissive and everything, but to the kings out there, it's so much easier for a woman to submit to the purpose instead of the person. See, once the woman realizes that we submit ourselves to the purpose, then we have no issue of walking right alongside with you. But 1 Peter 3:7, to me, it was just an adjective. It was just describing Eve all over again, because when she took the fall, there was just a stigma that the woman had, because we were the weaker vessel in that situation. So when Peter was describing that, I think Peter was just describing the fall that Eve had took way back when. But the understanding piece, you spoke on that, and it takes that. Men and women oftentimes have difficulty understanding their spouses, and it takes real commitment and surrendering to God's order for both partners to come to a place of just true understanding. The weaker vessel to me didn't mean physically or that we don't have equal access to grace, or anything like that, or we less valued. It just means that it establishes the husband role in the home. And he is the head. He has the more responsibility than the wife does. He's the leader. He sets the tone of the relationship. So, yeah, God holds them, I believe, at an all-time different standard, because they run that thing. You know what I'm talking about? And if they don't run that thing, then I'm looking at them funny upside his head like, what you doing, bro? What you doing?
Amen. You will. You been married for 35 years. Talk.
Well, hey, both of y'all gave a mouthful, man. It was good, but I think that when it refers to the woman being a weaker vessel, it speaks as someone physically weaker. Not just the man's supposed to be the head of the household. The man is the protector, and that's how we should treat our wives. We should protect them, love them, treat them. We should care for them more fragile than even ourselves. So with us being as men, we're doing the physical labor. We shouldn't have, just say, for instance, when we're getting groceries from the store, we shouldn't be coming in with a box of cereal, and then the women got two or three bags full of milk and all this stuff. They carrying the heavy stuff. We should be carrying the heavy load and be like, here, baby, you get this box of oatmeal or something. You get the lighter stuff. And that's what we should be as head of the house. We should be the ones working. We should provide the home, and we should be the providers. Not saying that a woman can't be a provider, because, like you said, there's more women in the church. Women are strong. We definitely can't take that from a woman. Period.
Yeah.
But as being, the physical aspect of it, then we should be protecting our wives. So that's my take on it.
Yes, that's definitely true, man. I'm not gonna get into it yet. I'm gonna let Shay go ahead and go, because I'm really with my closing. One of the major problems. But Shay, Coach Shay, you want to expound on that as well?
I think you guys are doing an amazing job, and I do echo again with Lady Shay, that most that everything that she said, I totally 100% agree regarding the men and how what we are what we are attached to. We're attached to the purpose, not the person, and that literally brings, it seriously, Lady Shay, it almost brought tears to my eyes. A lot of men, they will use this term, the woman or, the weaker, the vessel. And to David's point, when David initially started about, you also used the word that I have in my notes for tonight, grace, Lady Shay. And when David started talking in the beginning about, talking in the beginning about women being a lot more understanding. Unfortunately, a lot of men in this day and age, for some reason, the insecurity of a woman being maybe not as weaker on the outside, but definitely weak on the inside, it's a little bit hidden because of what people see on the outside, right? And so the reality of it is that the insecurity of that man, unfortunately, and whatever lies on the inside of them, unfortunately, it hides the weak of the woman. Unfortunately, women are very, very, very vulnerable on the inside, and we are weaker. We may be able to, we will point, we may be able to carry 6 of those bags, right? The reality of it is, Lady Shay, and to the women listening, we could carry 6 of those bags. How many women carry 2 babies on each hip, right? And carry the bag and push the stroller, and let's not forget having to birth the baby as well, right? So it's inevitable that we can, right? But our reality, honestly, our reality is that when you have someone in your life, husband, fiance, boyfriend, all of the above, when you have someone in your life who understands, honestly, that weaker means more of grace. And like you said, David, understanding and having a piece of nurturing within. Every woman has it. Every woman has it. I'm not going to take away from your closing, but reality of it is that if we are all made in that image of weakness, regardless of how strong, tough, somebody from up north is going to talk, and I mean New York, and Lady Shay, you got it, you from Memphis, so I'm just going to say it. Somebody might say you have an aggression in your tone. That doesn't make you less weak. Yeah. Somebody might say somebody's walk is a little bit harder. It doesn't make you less weak. And it's unfortunate for the man who sees that on the outside and misses what's on the inside. That's all I have to say, David.
All right, thank you for that, Coach Shay. I think what we all have to realize is that we do got to give. As a man myself, I am the head of my household, and I am hard on men because due to slavery, we have lost our position. And if you ever, I want all y'all to go read the Willie Lynch letter. It's a letter that was designed that would last for 300 years. They said, we will break the slave. You will break them. And what you would do is you make them feel like they're free. You do them like horses. You do them like horses. If you notice that they call men want to walk around here and say they the stud. We some studs. Let me tell you why. That's how a horse is. See? A horse is a stud. They take this male, dominant male who got the physique, tall, strong, bulk, and they made him. They made him with a woman so they can have a baby to raise that baby to be able to work because they want strong babies. Let me tell you why, because it's all about industry. It's a business. And our ancestors became part of a business. And it said it lasts for 300 years. So guess what? This is the reality. That male that was dominant, and they made him. That's why they got 3/5 of a person in a constitution today. It's written. See? And they had that male having sex with different women. He a stud. And that makes him, that was the only value that he was worth at that time. Well, guess what? When he done had so many children, guess what they do? Hey, man, I got something for y'all. Sell them off. They sell them off. So when a man keeps getting sold off, that baby grow, turn him into a stud, have plenty more breeds, sell them off. Then guess what? How you gonna fall in love with somebody and you don't even know if they're gonna remain there on the plantation? How you gonna fall in love?
Mm-hmm.
They said it would last for 300 years, and it's still worthy today. That plan that's executed. Am I blaming the white man? No. I'm blaming us for not understanding history. Because now, and if you read the Willie Lynch letter, it will tell you it makes woman against man, man against woman. You look today, a young gangbanger, and I'm guilty of being a gangbanger. They'll rather die for their homies, die for their set, but they'll mistreat their woman. And then a woman on turns, well, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I can do this. I can do that. I don't need no man. But the devil is a liar. Because the man needs the woman and the woman needs the man. The man is the head of the household and the woman is right there alongside with the man. She's not behind him. She's alongside of him. Because she's the strength. He's the strength. And together they bond as one. But we must understand the wiles of the devil, the trickery of the enemy, to separate us as families. So the man is important. The woman is important. We all have value and purpose, and we must walk firmly in it. No more degrading one another. We do it enough. And that's why us as black people, we have been tricked and bamboozled. But I want to encourage everyone out there, as a man, get back to your position. As a woman, you may be overdoing it. Just get back to your position. That doesn't take away from you. It can only add to you. Men, don't be afraid. The woman can only add to you. Let's get back to the design of how God created it. He didn't create us to be separate. He created us to respect and love one another. That being said, that's my closing. Lady Shay, it was an honor to have you. Please, please, please tell us if we are in Memphis and we can get in touch with you for the chicken. Please tell us how we can get in contact with you for the food, your food truck. Also, tell us how can we get in touch with you at the radio station, and how can we get in touch with you if we want you to minister.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love the closing. Yeah, I love the show. It's so dope. I mean, this was, I'm talking about really beyond the radio, okay? It is exactly what it is, but you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I got Major Wings Food Truck, and that's MAJA, so that's Major. You can also follow me at the Fellowship Hall, DA_Fellowship Hall. I set aside my personal stuff for personal people that know me, but you can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Power 99 Gospel. Any of those three entities, you can get in contact with me. The Fellowship Hall is where you can get to me to come out and minister, come and speak, sit on your panels. Just to come out and motivate, encourage, whatever God has laid on your heart as far as any event. You can find me at DA_Fellowship Hall, and then Major Wings for the food truck. Book me. What it do? Memphis, stand up.
Hey, man. Look, y'all go on the Beyond the Radio page. We're going to post Lady Shay's information, and we are definitely going to repost this show for tonight. We love you guys. G. Will, man, thank you for coming in with us, to be an awesome co-host that you are, brother. Thank you for your insight. Coach Shay, you always do well. Thank you, because I learned a lot from you right here on radio. And with that being said, we love y'all, Elation. We love you. Shout out to everyone.
Thank you for coming on, Lady Shay.
Tuning in.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Where the music at?
Thank you, Lady
Where the
Shay.
music at? Where the music at? Where the music at?
It's your boy David Benton. Some people may be like, yo, I just have a wish for my birthday. Or they say I had 3 wishes. I wish for so much more for you. I wish for so much more. What I wish for is that we live more. In the inner city, living ain't so piss poor. Realize we hypnotized by the discord. We blow money fast. What you think we rent for? Yeah, did it big. My kids wish I could have did more. Wish women would be women and men would be men. Or there was no child abuse or domestic violence. In the streets really moved in the act of silence. Wish the Catholic priest wasn't pedifying. In the government officials would tell the truth instead of lying. I'm born a lion. My daddy name is David Lyons. Wish we could do more laughing instead of crying. Wish we wasn't afraid of giants. Wish we could all be inspired by David and Goliath. Wish society wouldn't pacify us. Make us ride, turn back around and buy it, gentrify it.
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united and spread love. I wish I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.D. That's what's up.
Yeah, I wish we all get our credit straight. Wish that single mother didn't have to wait for Section 8. I wish we all would investigate why the world is crooked and we can't set it straight. Yeah. God is not the author of confusion, so ask yourself, why there's so much confusion? With some husbands wasn't so abusive, wifey putting makeup on to cover up all the bruises. All we do is make excuses about the chains, the pains, and all the nooses. I wish religion wasn't so polluted. This is all facts you can't dispute it, barely have a right to do it. So much can't be proven. I wish we really choosing to teach our students, pursuing disillusion, turning us all to ruin. I wish our court system really would start improving.
Through the valley of the shadow of death, I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united and spread love. I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.D. That's what's up.